Laying down on the back with the knees bent and the feet flat to the floor. Palms face down with the fingertips pointing towards your feet. Now taking a few moments to settle here and bringing your awareness to every single part of your body that you can feel making contact to the ground. And here I'm just exploring a few tiny, tiny little rolls of the head, a rocking of the head from side to side as I explore the shape of the base of the skull, keeping the lower jaw soft, and then letting the head settle. And then drawing your awareness to the natural breath. So that's simply your body being breathed without you imposing the breath on it at all in any way. The rise and the fall, the expansion, the contraction, the opening and the softening, the pulse of the natural breath. Good, and in a moment that suits you to start, when you feel yourself being breathed in, you feel an inhalation coming into the body, shaping the body, expanding the body. Allow your arms to lift, as if they're being floated up, pushed up by the in-breath, to travel all the way over to the ground behind you. Now really listen to your body and any restrictions in your range of movement here. If here is where you comfortably come to, then please stay there. Pay attention to your rib cage. If this starts to happen, then maybe the arms don't go quite so far above the head. And then as you are exhaled, the arms travel back by the side of the body. As the next in-breath comes in, the belly expands, the ribs expand, the chest expands. There's an impulse from the inhalation to lift the arms as they travel all the way behind you as far as you comfortably can go. And then as the exhalation softens the belly, the arms can release back. And that's it in terms of the choreography or the detail of the movement. Now you need to get into the subtle aspects of this movement, and that's allowing the movement to follow the duration of the breath, yeah? So it's not like exhale and then the arms come back down, or inhale, the breath's finished but the movement hasn't. See if you can completely allow the movement to synchronize with the duration of your breath. And one round of this movement, one full cycle of in-breath and out-breath transitions into the next. There's no end, there's no separation between the movements. It becomes a cycle. And you can notice how this movement feels on one side of the body compared to the other, in one shoulder, in one arm compared to the other. You might notice a difference here on side to side. And the body loves, loves, loves repetitive movements. Yes, simple repetitive movements. So the more we repeat and repeat this movement, the more lubricated and soft and fluid the shoulder girdle becomes. It calms the mind and calms the nervous system. Okay, so on your next exhalation, you can just allow that to settle. So resting back in the neutral position and just observing what you feel. Take a few moments to notice how that movement's landing in your body. Good. Then I'm going to invite you to cross your arms. So you're holding here at the elbows. And we're going to repeat the same thing. So the inhalation comes in. And the arms travel above the head. And that space between your arms should be just enough to fit your head. Again, listen to the range of movement in your body. The exhalation, softening the belly and the front ribs. As the arms travel back. The inhalation, expansion, allowing the movement and the breath to align. Staying attentive also to the soles of the feet on the floor, the back of the pelvis on the floor, the back of your shoulders on the ground, the back of your head on the ground. At some point you can change the cross of your arms. That for sure is going to feel different. Inhalation coming in, expanding the body, gives this sense of inflation and in buoyancy. The arms can rise. The exhalation, the release of the belly, the softening of the belly can bring the arms back. Good. One more time. And a few clicks and clunks you may experience there through the shoulders. It's just so good to get those circles and spirals going inside the shoulder joint. Okay, so now with this movement, you're going to cross over the wrists and take the hands, in this kind of position, above the head. The movement is the arms travel up, create a semicircle above you towards the knees, then come in. They're travelling inwards towards the chest, and then you're going to unfold the arms just to where you meet your natural limit. We're not pushing past that place. Your fingers will probably interlock there. Then you just travel back the opposite way. So you're creating almost like a figure of 8. And again, as you explore that, you're attentive to the stability of the body on the ground, to the placement of your feet, the resting of the pelvis, the contact to the ground through the back of the body, the back of the head, and to the breath. And now, just noticing here how how this movement naturally aligns with your breathing. A little bit different to the first two movements. You may notice that the movement doesn't quite synchronize up either in one direction or the other with any inhalation or exhalation in particular. So you can feel free to explore what happens here, but let the breath come first and then let that movement emerge from the breath. You can change the cross of the hands at some point. And with the natural breath, we are breathing in and out through the nose, without any restriction in the throat, without any effort, simply allowing the breath to be. Good. So now, as your arms transition above the head towards the ground behind you, you're going to open your arms, so release the hands, lay the arms on the ground behind you at a place where you can still feel full contact through the back of your arms on the ground, okay? So if you're at a point where the elbows are off the floor, could be one side or the other or both, then open your arms until you find, make sure you've got enough space behind you, till you find the place where they comfortably can give their weight fully to the ground. Ideally, if the range of movement is there for you, a little bit higher than shoulder height. You can take them fully behind you. And really give the arms away, yeah? Really feel the weight of them, let them go into the support of the earth. And as you give the weight of the arms away, it becomes almost as if like the arms are falling back behind you, being sucked into the ground by the gravitational pull. Which naturally allows the chest to open, the armpits to open, the shoulders to open. Slowly letting your arms come in, peeling them off the floor, shaking them out in the space above you. Let's find some circles in the wrists, in two directions. And why not some circles in the elbows, keeping our joints mobile. And again, shaking out. Now you can let the arms cross and drop the hands down by the side of the shoulders. So what is not happening here is that the arms are resting down on the chest, okay? The elbows are the highest point. Your hands are heavy. And here you can feel the width across the back of the shoulder blades. Invite the breath to move into that space. And then change the cross of the arms. And again, notice any differences you feel every time you transition from one side to the other. Good. Unraveling the arms, laying them down by the side of the body. Palm face up this time. And allowing this open space where again you can feel how the movements are landing in your body. There's almost like an echo of the movement that's still continuing. You might notice a warmth through your shoulder joints. Some people experience that sensation as a tingling or a renewed sense of circulation, of energy flowing through the joints now.